In this video, I'm going to talk about how to make partner at a Big Four firm. Now, in the video, I'm going to cover who are the Big Four firms? Can you still make it in a Big Four firm if you fail to get a job with them as a graduate or school leaver? We're going to look at why you need to become a triple threat. We're going to look at the key stages in your career at a Big Four firm. We're then going to look at the key traits you need to demonstrate to be seen as partner potential from day one. And then I'm going to share some tips to accelerate your career. But let's get started with who are the Big Four. Now, the Big Four are PwC, EY, KPMG, and Deloitte. They all started off accountancy firms, but they're now accountancy, legal, and consultancy firms. They've got offices all over the world. However, they are a partnership, which means that actually the people that own the firm are the partners. The next thing you need to know is that each of the individual countries where they have a presence is a separate business. They are a network that shares a common branding. Now, you want to know maybe, can I still make it in a Big Four firm if I haven't got in there as a graduate or a school leaver? Now, actually, if you're going to make it to partner a Big Four firm, you've got to start with getting a job there. But if you don't get accepted as a school leaver or a graduate, don't lose heart. Many people go into industry, have a successful career in industry, and then accelerate their journey to partnership by then going into the Big Four. There is such a shortage of good talent right now that the Big Four firms have expanded their talent pool. They'll regularly headhunt good people from smaller firms, particularly those that are either boutiques that service a similar client base to a Big Four or are seen to be firms that are the next size down from a Big Four, such as BDO, Mazars, or some of the big consultancy practices. So why do you need to become a triple threat? When you look at the people who go on to make partner in Big Four, and it's the same whether you're in Deloitte, KPMG, PwC, or EY, and regardless of when you're in the world, they all tend to have a similar set of skills. They are what is seen as a triple threat. In other words, they're great with clients. They can win work and grow a business. They're excellent at managing and leading people. Now, you may want to know, what are your key stages in your career at a Big Four firm? Well, the first thing what you've got to do if you want to make partner a Big Four firm, once you're in the firm, is pass your exams. The Big Four firms, if you fail one of their professional exams, will often make you leave right there. So you've got to pass those exams. Now, a lot of people, when they're in a Big Four firm, can't see beyond getting their qualifications. They can't see beyond those first 3 years. The people that do well can see beyond qualification. They're thinking about not just how do I pass my exams, but how do I get to that next stage, supervisor, manager. So if you're wondering how you get noticed as a junior before you get to manager, I've got a great video on that topic in my Progress to Partner Academy. Now, let's say you've got to supervisor. So at this point, you've passed your exams and you've qualified. To get to this point, you'll be seen as somebody that can be relied on to get the work done with minimal supervision. And when you were studying for your exams, so before you get to supervisor, formally, you were likely to have started to manage some of the newer trainees into the department. Now, there comes a point where you're now running jobs with juniors. You're likely at this stage to be trusted to speak with clients on your own as a supervisor. But to get to manager, if you're going to make it to the ranks of managers, you need to demonstrate that you're thinking commercially and good with clients. Now, at this point, you'll also be networking and you'll be building your profile inside and outside of the firm. And you'll have started to specialize. And if you're in a Big Four, this is likely to be a certain sector. For example, if you're an oil and gas team of tax, you may start specializing downstream companies rather than upstream companies. Now, to get to be a senior manager or director means you've demonstrated you can win work from around your firm. You'll have a strong brand. And this sort of marketplace is we call the internal marketplace. This means you become well known within your firm for a certain skill or industry, client, or certain bit of knowledge. Now, the difference typically between a manager, a senior manager, or director role is that you'll be significantly more involved in business development as a senior manager. Now, the Big Four firms require a business case for director, and most directors in a Big Four have been promoted on the basis that there's likely to be a partner business case in 2 to 5 years' time for them. Now, how do you get seen as partner potential? Now, many partners tell me they can spot with new hires who's going to make partner instantly. It's this intangible X factor which makes someone labelled as partner potential. So what is it that those new hires that are new into the firm have? Well, they're often very commercial They're not just interested in why do you say if they're an auditor, tick that box. What are we doing as this audit? What is the current company trying to demonstrate? How do we make it easier for the firm to do the audit? Not just the let's tick that box as an auditor. Now, if you need help to work on your commercial skills, in my Progress to Partner Academy, I have a number of videos on this topic, including a recorded masterclass of how to become more commercial. Now, there are also these people thinking very big picture. They're not just going, well, I've got to go into this audit and get this bit done. They're always looking at how can I improve? They'll regularly seek out feedback on how do I get better. These people can be relied on to do what they say they're going to do. This is key. But they're also hungry to develop and take work off their seniors and supervisors. But not just that, they're self-aware. They know how to leverage their strengths. They have high levels of emotional intelligence, and they're a delight to work with. Now, I'm going to finish with some tips to accelerate your career in a Big Four firm. Now, wherever you are in your career, to get promoted means you need to develop new skills. This means being hungry for new opportunities and developing new skills. But too often we're flat out with the day job. After all, the big firms are notorious for their high chargeable time targets. This means doing a little bit of career development each week. And that means having a clear focus for your career development. And within our Progress to Partner Academy, we have a number of courses to help you with this, including how to truly commit to moving your career forward, how to put together a development plan to achieve your career goals. Now, if you want to watch more videos on this topic or take an online course that will help you gain these essential skills to become that triple threat, in other words, remember how to manage and lead people, learn how to build up that partner-sized client portfolio, and of course, be great with clients, then you need to go and access my Progress to Partner Academy.